Hi, I'm Marty Park, and welcome to a quick tip with the latest update of our OA, our Outlook web app. Some folks call it webmail. At any rate, we've had a latest update, and there's one really nice feature that I want to highlight today, and it is with the calendar function. So I'm going to roll down my screen on the bottom left-hand corner and tap the calendar button. And I have a lot of calendar events, but one thing we're able to do now that I think will be very beneficial, especially if I were back in a classroom as a classroom teacher, a principal, maybe a team leader, or what have you. But I'm going to start by creating a calendar. So I'm going to create a new calendar. So I have my traditional calendar, but I'm going to create, let's say, a homework calendar. And let's also say that, in my school, I also have a professional learning community, or a PLC, a group of teachers together working through a common thread. And if I highlight and click the checkbox for all three calendars, I can see all three, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to uncheck my main calendar. Now this is nothing new. The view is a little bit different, and I kind of like it. But this is nothing really new. But what I want to show is I'm going to only check to see my homework calendar. As you see, I have no events. But if I right-click, I can now go to Share and publish this calendar to the internet. I've been asking for this feature for a long time. This gives a public URL for any items that I add to this calendar. There's some really neat features with it and customizations that go with this. I'm going to run through that real quick. So let's add a couple events or dates. Let's say on the 29th we have a new calendar event for homework, and let's say that event is on. Let's say we have project, let's just say our project is due. And of course I would name that something specific, and let's say I want to put that project in your SkyDrive. Let's say your SkyDrive. Let's say that project is actually due at 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to save and close. So that's nice, and I've added a calendar again. That's nothing new. Let's add one more event. And let's say that on August 1st, introduction assignment is due. Let's say I want that to be emailed to me. Location, whatever. That sounds nice. Of course, you can still use your categories and all that. That's kind of nice. So I'm going to save and close. So now I have two new events, and I'm going to right click and go to Share and publish this calendar to the internet. That's one way to do it, or you can scroll up to the top and go to Share and publish this calendar to the internet. Now here are the features that come along with this new feature, this new function. So publishing details, availability only. You know what? That's not really going to help people, so I want full details. And I want to publish, let's say I don't really need to do all year. Let's just say the default is 3 months, but let's just say maybe I want to do just 30 days so that people can go back 30 days. And that could be students, parents, whatever. So go back 30 days, and then after today, say 3 months, actually I want to do the whole year. I want to capture the whole year so that folks can kind of, roll through and see what we're doing for the year. And I could leave that restricted, but actually I want to make that public. And again, this is, I know some folks, some districts are purchasing third-party apps to kind of do this, and it seems just kind of clumsy because, we're not able to keep up with our Outlook calendar, which most folks do, and in some other calendaring application. So this might be a nice function. So I'm going to just quickly hit Start Publishing, and you'll see how quickly it comes up. And now I get a link. I can link for subscribing to this calendar. Subscribing is pretty special because once folks subscribe, then they'll get they'll get alerted when a new calendar event is entered, which is really nice. Or just viewing the calendar, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to say save. And the reason I copied that is because I may want to post that to my blog or send it in an email to parents, so on and so forth. So now that it's saved, I'm just going to close this box. Now I'm going to open up a new tab, and let's see what this looks like. So again, the idea would be someone would click this link in an email or in your blog, on your blog, from your blog, And this is what folks are going to see. Looks pretty close to your Outlook calendar, and you can see the 2 dates. Now, the question is, if this is to be really useful, then updates would have to happen immediately. So what I want to do is, let's say that the project is due, I wanted that due on the 29th. We got busy, and I actually want to move that to the 5th. So I'm going to jump back to my OA, my Outlook web app, where I had, and here's my mail, here's my calendar, and again I have checked for the homework calendar only, and I want to change this, and I want to move it to the 5th. And if you notice, I'm just clicking and holding and dragging and dropping to the 5th. Now I want to go to this calendar that I've published to the web publicly, and I want to just click refresh on the screen and see what happens. So it goes out, and if you notice, it immediately, without me having to publish anything, do anything different, I've turned publishing on that calendar, and so any change or any addition that I make to that calendar or deletion automatically gets updated to this public view of the calendar. And again, here's the link that you can post to in an email or a blog.
Now, of course, on the mobile side, this is a quick view. You can see and edit the additional calendars you create. You can edit events, so on and so forth. The one thing I have noticed that is disappointing is that the public URL that we just looked at for this calendar, if you publish it publicly to the internet, the public URL, even though it's an HTML page, it doesn't seem to be accessible on all mobile browsers. I see that as being a minor problem, but hopefully that can continue to change as we move forward. I hope this helps, and I think that the feature to publish your calendar or a calendar publicly to the internet can be really helpful.